Hello and welcome to Wada Wonderful World. I'm Wada and today I'm going to show you how I made an entremet. I have chosen the flavors of mango, lemon curd and white chocolate, and together it tastes really delicious. This recipe uses a lot of egg yolks, so the egg whites that you're going to have left, I'm going to leave a link down below of the French macaron recipes that you can use them with. Or you can wait for next week. I'm going to show you how to make an angel cake, which uses just the egg whites. I really hope you like this recipe, so let's get started. You will need 120 grams of mango. Blend it until it's smooth, then keep it for later. Make 6 grams of gelatin with 30 ml of water. Add 2 egg yolks to 30 grams of caster sugar and whisk that lightly. In a saucepan, mix 15 grams of sugar with 55 ml of milk. Place it over medium heat until it just starts to boil, then turn the heat off. Mix the hot milk into the egg yolks and keep whisking it so you get a smooth texture and not scrambled eggs. Pour it back into the pan and heat it up until it's just thick enough that you can run your finger along the spatula and the mixture doesn't run back. So you can be like a real life Moses parting the Red Sea. But remember, this Red Sea is hot, so don't burn your fingers. If you have a thermometer, the temperature should be between 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. Beyond that, the mixture will separate like a badly made hollandaise sauce. Chuck in your mango, stick your gelatin in the microwave for a couple of seconds and add it to the other ingredients. Beat 100 grams of cream, add 1/3 of that to the mango, and then fold the rest gently. You will need 3 dishes. It doesn't matter what shape they are, as long as they fit inside each other. I have lined my dishes with cling film, so it will be easy to take the mousse out later. Divide the mixture between the 2 smaller dishes and put it in the freezer. I'm making my own lemon curd. You can always buy them from the supermarket if you like. I have never tried the ones from the shop, but this is another choice if you don't want to make your own. For the lemon curd, you need to make it on a bain-marie. If you don't know what that is, you put boiling water inside the pan and then you place a mixing bowl on top. I like to use a glass one so I can see the water underneath, and that bowl on top can't be touching the water underneath. You will need 1/2 cup of lemon juice with 1/2 cup of caster sugar, and you mix that until the sugar has dissolved. Add in the zest of 1 lemon, followed by the eggs, and you need to whisk that constantly until the mixture gets foamy. Get it off the heat and add 50 grams of unsalted cold butter and whisk that in with the rest. For the lemon curd mousse, you do pretty much the same thing that you did for the mango mousse. So you put milk and sugar in the pan, mix in your gelatin with the water, 2 egg yolks with 15 grams of caster sugar. When the milk starts to boil, off the heat, you mix it with the yolk. Everything go back over the heat and mix it until you can do the Moses trick again. Add 120 ml of the lemon curd. The gelatin goes in the microwave for a couple of seconds. Beat 100 grams of cream, and again 1/3 you mix it in with the lemon curd, and the rest fold that in gently. Get the mango out of the freezer and add the lemon curd mousse on top. And finally, for the white chocolate mousse, you need 35 grams of caster sugar with 140 ml of milk, 4 tablespoons of water with 4 teaspoons of gelatin. So you know the drill. Hit the milk, it's the egg yolks, back in the heat. Mix it with the white chocolate and add in the gelatin. Beat the cream, add 1/3 to the white chocolate, and then the rest you fold it in gently. I tried to put everything on my 23cm round tin, but it was too small. So the only thing that I had that was big enough, it was my mixing bowl. I will leave all the measurements of the bowls I use on the description below. So if you have a mixing bowl that's as big as mine, you will need double quantity of the white chocolate mousse. Put a little bit of the white chocolate mousse inside the bowl first. Then you place the smaller bowl of the frozen mousse on top. Add a bit more of the white chocolate mousse on top of that, and then the bigger frozen mousse on top. And then fill in the gaps around with extra white chocolate mousse. For the pastry you will need 45 grams of caster sugar, pinch of salt, 50 grams of almond meal, 100 grams of plain flour, and 60 grams of soft unsalted butter. Mix everything until it resembles breadcrumbs, and add enough water until the dough comes together. It's a good idea to measure the dough with a plate. I have used one that's a bit bigger than my mixing bowl. Put the dough in the fridge for at least half an hour. And that goes in the oven for 10 minutes or until golden brown. For the mirror glaze, you need 6 tablespoons of water with 6 teaspoons of gelatin. In a saucepan, put 200 grams of glucose, 300 grams of caster sugar, and 100 ml of water. Give it a mix and leave it over medium-low heat until bubbles start to appear around the pan. Put the sugar syrup in a blender, but if you have a hand mixer you can use one as well. Add 200 grams of condensed milk. Heat the gelatin in the microwave for a couple of seconds. 300 grams of white chocolate into small pieces. And let the chocolate sit there for a couple of minutes. I have chosen yellow food coloring. Put the glaze through the sieve to get rid of the bubbles. To get the mousse out of the bowl, you can run it through hot water, or I'm using here the gas stove, or if you have a blowtorch you can use that as well. And you need to keep doing this, keep drying the bottom of the bowl as well, until you can press a little bit of the mousse and you will come out on your hand. I've used a spatula to smooth the sides, and I also run the spatula under hot water, and that helped as well to make the sides smoother. It is important that you do this part, otherwise when you pour the glaze it will show the bumps underneath. The drips that you get on the side, try to tuck them in underneath. The mousse goes on top of the biscuit that we have prepared earlier. I have made this white chocolate flowers. If you'd like me to show you how I made them, let me know in the comments below. For decoration around the mousse, I have chosen to make a sour cream icing.
All you need is mix all the ingredients together until it's nice and smooth.